Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. Hope you guys are doing all right. So it's 1:49 a.m. 7th of October. 7 is a lucky number, and let's see if this live stream is lucky for you. My message for today is be your own therapist or healer if you can't afford one. So in today's day and age, we tend to be depressed and have anxiety all the time. We are stressed, you know, and we are lonely as well. So naturally, we want to talk to someone. Sometimes we can't share our personal problems with our family members or even our friends. Uh, but the issue with therapy and psychiatry is that it's not always affordable, and sometimes it is affordable but the person is not reliable. So it's really important to be your own therapist. You have to motivate yourself. You have to talk to yourself and question yourself. Where is this anger coming from? Where is this pain coming from? Who's feeling offended? Who is reacting? Since when have I been behaving like this? And you automatically, you start getting answers uh, when you detach yourself from the noise and the distractions and sit somewhere in stillness. You are going to get answers. And if you feel it's hard for you to focus, then you can try writing, and you will automatically you will get answers. You will have a conversation with yourself. Similarly, God is your therapist, and you can have a conversation with your higher self. It all depends on how deep you can go, and naturally you are going to get that uh, feedback. And that is something that I have learned in my life, that um, I feel that therapy and psychiatry is helpful. I'm not against it, but at the same time I feel that uh, it's not for everyone, and everybody's situation is different. I mean, why would I want to go to somebody who is not really understanding who I am and just going to prescribe me pills after an hour? And the more I complain about my life, the more they add to the prescription. Or if it's a therapist, that person cannot uh, be with you all the time. I mean, you are there going there for maximum twice a week for an hour, and that person is not supposed to keep you dependent. His job is to make you independent, right? So that once you have been healed, they taper off the sessions, and you're supposed to get out of therapy or counseling. Uh, which usually should not take more than 2 years, uh, because you can develop attachment and uh, dependency. So I feel that if you have had a bad experience and or therapy or psychiatry hasn't worked for you, then I would suggest that you try to be your own therapist. And I think even therapists uh, choose that career because somewhere they want to work on themselves. So they go into that field, and in that process they go through therapy, and then they are able to help others. But that again depends on how passionate you are. But the point is that therapy is something that we all need in different forms. Therapy means healing, and healing can be psychological, physiological, esoteric, you know, uh, energetic, spiritual. So there's so many kinds of healing. Now it all depends on what you need, and there's so much stuff that we are carrying that is in our system that causes disease, mental, physical, emotional, because we have a multi-dimensional body. Our aura or our vibrational body is not just uh, one dimensional. It is mind, body, spirit, all those things, so we have to understand that we are carrying so much need to cleanse, and we need to work on different levels. But uh, when we talk about basics, it's important to start with grounding yourself by sitting down, meditating, journaling. You can do yoga, you can do other forms of exercises, uh, like warm up, HIIT, going on a walk to the beach or nature, going on a hike. All these things, they help us heal. You have to tell yourself that you can do it. You are getting better, you're positive, and take care of yourself. At the end of the day, you are the one who has to live with yourself. And people can only be with you for a certain amount of time. Life is uh, like that. People come and go, and once we learn this ability to heal ourselves, we can transform and bring out the best version in us. It will not happen in a day or a month or a year. It may take several years. It may even take your whole life. It's a commitment to yourself. You keep working on yourself, and you get better and better. You go through different cycles, phases in your life, and every time you fall you must get yourself back up and continue your life. And this is a challenge. I mean, I have gone through depression, suicidal thoughts, slash behavior, uh, addiction, all these things. And I have tried really hard to work on myself, and yes, I have seen improvement. I'm not saying that I have been liberated from those things, but giving time to myself has helped me tremendously. Uh, and it's so important to take care of your well being. And as a man, we are insecure about our sexuality a lot. So we try to mask our emotions. And that, especially if you are addicted, you numb yourself. You want to uh, constantly block that pain. And what happens is we are unable to feel anything, and it prevents our growth. At the same time, we are when we are unable to cry, obviously when you will feel pain, you are going to cry, and when you cry, you are going to purge, release all those emotions or the energy that we are carrying. And that is what really is a breakthrough in the healing process. So there are three things you have to remember: awareness, acceptance, and action. Three A's. Awareness, be aware of what's going on inside of you. Then you accept that, yes, I have this problem, I need to change. And the third thing is you work uh, on that, to take action by removing the root cause or whatever modification you need to do in your behavior. Because usually what's happening is we are looking at others, that this person is rude to me and this person treated me badly and he's a narcissist and blah blah blah. But we are not realizing that we are constantly projecting. We are seeing in others what exists in ourselves. Um, so it's so important to have that introspection, that maybe I am treating someone poorly. Maybe I'm abusing my own self. Maybe I am hurting someone in my life. I am ignoring somebody. I could be narcissistic. I could be abusive, whatever. So, these things are really important. And once you get the hang of it, you realize that life uh, can be much easier, because now you're not trying to control everything or everyone. You are releasing those knots. You're setting yourself free, because you are working on yourself instead of trying to create a perfect reality or trying to fix everyone. Even people who are empaths, they have this urge to fix or help people or rescue others, although they are the ones who need to be rescued. And what happens is they give so much that in that process they lose themselves. So it's important to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. Um, so yeah um, as there's a great but a common example, that when you are in the airplane, you are told to wear a mask first before making the other person wear a mask who's sitting beside you. Because if you won't get the oxygen, you cannot help the other person. So it's not selfish to take care of yourself. Self obsession and self indulgence is a completely different thing. So we have to strike that balance. We have to keep on working on ourselves. It's natural to get carried away at times. We are all learning. So, yeah. If you have any suggestions, if you have had some experiences related to therapy or how you have worked on yourself, do feel free to share that. I would love to hear from you guys. So, since this is my podcast, uh, I want to add that, yeah, I have been procrastinating a little bit with the Reiki meditation sessions. In case you have been following, I am going to start it this week. Uh, it's Monday, so uh, inshallah, God, if God wills, I am going to continue that. And yeah, I have to work on myself. I keep reminding myself, how important it is to stay on track. There are times when I feel so exhausted, and I am just blank. um, so yeah, it's beautiful, to connect with people who are like-minded souls, who are on a higher vibration or positive, because as human beings we crave connection. We need God, but we need a connection. We need to socialize. We need to have an open mind. You can connect with anyone, uh, regardless of what their gender is, race is, religion is. These things shouldn't matter. uh, but of course everybody has their own preference. Some people are a bit shy and conservative. That's okay. You can find somebody who was of your own gender, who you feel comfortable with, and that can help you a lot on this path. um, for me, I mean, I've been blessed. Like, I have met some people in my life, who weren't there for a long time, but every time I had an interaction with certain people, uh, they left an impact on me. You know, uh, a part of you does, uh, like, sort of resist that, uh, because you feel vulnerable sometimes, but at the same time you feel that that person in your life was a blessing in disguise. And we thank them. We thank God. And yeah, so God is helping us all the time. There's this story of a man who was drowning in a lake, and he was saying, God help me, God help me. And then somebody in a boat comes, and uh, he says, uh, I'm here to help you, why don't you uh, hold my hand? He says, uh, no thank you, I'm waiting for God to help me. uh, then a helicopter comes. He says, no, I don't want your help. And then somebody jumps in the water and tries to help him out, but he refuses to hold their hand and resists, and finally he drowns. And when he reaches heaven, or where in the afterlife he meets God, and he complains that, God, why didn't you help me? I was drowning. So he says, you silly man, I sent that guy in the helicopter, I sent the swimmer, I sent the man in a boat, but you refused to be helped, and that's why you drowned. So, what happens is that although we are asking for help, but deep down we are refusing the help that we are receiving from God. We genuinely don't want to be rescued or helped. So, we have to work on our subconscious. It's a program that has been set on default since, let's say, when we were in adolescence, maybe, and it keeps on obviously shifting. So it's so important to understand that um, our our program needs to be set at a certain frequency, which allows us to uh, grow and evolve, heal, and we keep on learning. We don't stop or get stagnant in our life. So yeah, if you have any stories, please feel free to share. uh, it's 2:11 now, and yeah, it's so far it's been a good session. It's good. It feels good to, at least, if I can't edit a video, I prefer that a live session uh, is very cathartic for me. I like to express myself. This is a kind of a therapy for me, connecting and expressing myself. Uh, I'm aware that this is a really new channel and everything, but even no audience is an audience. You are your own audience. You are speaking to yourself. Even if somebody is not there, you are there either way. God is there, your personal self is there, or somebody listening uh, around the world, they are you in another form. So this is the beauty of oneness, that you have uh, a win-win situation. So um, so I will uh, create another podcast soon, maybe tomorrow, uh, on the topic read, how to read yourself. So this is just a sneak peek, just giving a little spoiler alert. And it was nice connecting with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this session. Please feel free to give your feedback. I would love to hear from you guys. And thank you so much for your support and listening. I look forward to more of these sessions. Um, if some of you want to collaborate, I would feel honored to do that. Uh, so yeah, thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.